Hi there, welcome to my brand new YouTube channel. Before we jump into the video I've got here for you, I wanted to give you a little bit of backstory. My name is Melissa. Prior to living where we presently are now, on a very small hobby farm, we used to live in a Class A city that had somewhere between 600,000 and 1 million people, and I'm not sure exactly what the count on it was, but it was just too many people, too little space. We had a single family home on a very small lot, and what we had by definition was essentially a little urban homestead. Now, we tried to be as self-sufficient as possible, but it's still difficult to do when you only have so much space. But we did have a very, very large vegetable garden, a berry patch. We had a small orchard, and we had 6 fruit trees. We had an aquaponic greenhouse, so we're raising tilapia that were also growing our salad greens for us. And then we also had silver fox rabbits, which is an American heritage breed. We had them for meat and fur, which we were growing or raising rather in a shed that had heat and also plenty of ventilation so that they didn't cook during summer. Now, we decided to move for various reasons. Some of them I don't really want to get into because I'd like to keep this channel politics free. But we are now living in a much better place in a different county that doesn't have all of those politics. We have done a ton of work since moving in, and I'm really excited to share that with you. But please understand that the video that is in front of you, think of it as our home videos, pictures that were taken. None of this was originally documented in any fashion that was intended to be put on YouTube. So the camera angle will sometimes be horizontal, it'll sometimes be vertical, and the videos that are in here that are instructional, they were taken specifically to be shared on my Facebook group, which I started last year. Now, this Facebook group is also called the Jackalope Farm Heirloom Garden Group, I believe is the full name of it. I started that with the intentions of getting local friends, family, encouraging everybody to start gardening along with me, especially if they were brand new and they didn't know what they were doing, so I could help guide them through that. So that group took off, and it's still fairly tight-knit. I'm going to expand it to include anybody that may visit our farm stand this coming season. But we'll see how that all goes. So that's more to come. More to come. So again, this video, I hope you enjoy it. It's going to be 3 parts explaining how we started from just nothing. There was no garden in place really in the yard. They already had an orchard here, I think 17 different fruit trees. We've added to that. There was also a wild berry patch that we put back into order. And we've done a lot of work here. We have also gotten Coturnix quail after moving in. Actually, it was one of the first things that we were able to do. So understand the video flows chronologically. So I hope it doesn't seem like there's too much jumping around, and I hope you do enjoy it. 3 parts, so that way you can come back to it whenever you'd like. And going forward, I do want to share on YouTube. I'm going to try to maintain a goal of sharing our progress once a month, or tutorials, or just anything that's exciting that's going on around here, and share those once a month. So I hope you enjoy what I've got here for you, and thank you for watching. Oh my goodness. So we've got a little bit of a crazy family. 1 teenager in the house, 1 preteen, soon to be a 3rd dog, because our boys are getting older and need them to help train up the next pup. My husband and I work full-time on top of everything that we plan on doing here. But the goal is to share what we can to help other people out that might be in the same situation where you don't have a whole lot of land. But you can still do this. You definitely can still do this. And as we get everything set up here, we're going to share as we go along. as we get our garden beds in, fences up, as we start planting, starting our seeds. We'll share all that. What'd you do? Get out of there. We are brand new to keeping quail, but aren't they adorable?
You're too big. You're stuck. What are you doing? Where are you going? You're getting too big to be under there. You're such a goof. This is a good boy.
They're getting big really quick. Where are you going? Hi. Come here. There you go. That's a good bird. All right, we finally finished the layout that we're going to go with. So, understand our whole yard is going to end up being fenced in with a wooden fence, but then the garden space is going to end up fenced in with a inner fence that keeps the dogs out of it. So, there'll be like a double fence coming in here. These are going to be trellised rows, so they will be overhanging over here, and then there will be overhanging over here. Be very cool. And then the back side of this, because this is the north end of it, but a trellis along the entire edge of this for green beans. Asparagus is going to be over there somewhere. So are the kiwi berries, because those are both perennials that'll just keep coming back every year. I haven't decided exactly the layout. We did move. Originally we had our berry plants. Our berry patch was all going to be up front because we have these raspberry bushes up there. Walk up there in a second, but we don't really have any way to protect them up front. And I was going to put all the berry stuff up front, but now I've changed my mind. So I think we're just going to move this stuff here. We're going to keep the raspberries up front because I'm not digging them up. We've got this row of apple trees here. We think this is a pear tree, this one that's directly in front of me. Not sure. It's freaking huge. It's taller than the house. Or close to being tall with the house. Oh. Oh, dang it. I thought the guy with our dirt was here. So our dirt's getting delivered today. We've been waiting all day. Yeah, this tree is huge. Look how much it's split. It split before, and then grew off one of its offshoots. And this thing is very big. I don't know what it is. There's a dried up fruit up there that looks pear-shaped. It looks different than the apples that are dried up. So this berry patch really needs some love. Looks like there's probably a combination of blackberries and raspberries in here. All these old canes have to get pulled. It's a mess. So this is going to get fenced in and brought back to life too. All right, well, this is what we're doing today. Alright, this is as far as we got. It's like step number 40 out of 60-some. Joe went ahead and made some anchors because this whole thing already wanted to blow away in just a little bit of wind that was out here today. So this is one of the many leftover build pads that was here when we bought the house. Joe, one of your socket wrenches is over here. Hunter, can you come get this? Right here. Thanks. So we were lucky enough to get this compacted spot that was already in place, and believe it or not, it gets all the morning sun from this direction. By the time the sun is up, it's cleared the roof, so it's still in the sunlight the whole time. Sun travels across the yard, it's still getting hit with sun all day long. So this is really an ideal spot. Could not have planned it better. Pretty cool. I had wanted to get it done today. That's clearly not happening, but I am now exhausted. All I am capable of at this point is sitting on the couch. So I didn't even get anything planted that I wanted to get planted today. But all the mulch is in. On my gigantic... Here, we'll walk down there while I've got you. All right. So this is that coconut coir mulch that came in that compressed block. It's not as red as it looks in the video. It's more of like a tan. We'll see how it does. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Thought I would give you guys a walkthrough now that our trees all have leaves on them. Kind of see where our garden and everything's at now. This is our front yard. We just planted this row of cherry trees. It'll be really impressive once they're all grown in. Actually pretty excited about that. They each get to be about 10 feet tall and get about an 8-foot spread. So in total, they should not really overhang the driveway too much, or if they do, should not require a whole lot of pruning. Sunflowers. I have not put my sunflower starts out. These are just the ones we got from the nursery. The berry patch, we decided we were going to salvage those thornless blackberries. Let me get one that's at least alive here. Got these vines all over the dang place. This needs to be cleaned out. There's a ton of this scrub brush in here that I gotta clean out. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna end up putting a cattle panel along each row of these T-posts. So there'll be one that goes, you know, along here, and there'll be another that's gonna be along here, and so on. This row is gonna be the thornless blackberries. One in the middle is either going to be goji berries or the kiwi berries, and then the remaining trellis will be for, again, either goji berries or kiwi berries. But it's going to be a nightmare to clean this out. We're probably going to rent some sort of brush cutter. I'm not sure. Honestly, just kind of the way today's been going, I might be out here with a hatchet and I'll just clear it, because sometimes you just got to hit things with a hatchet. The corner of the lot, the city has an easement here because this big old rock here is the marker for the neighborhood that got put in. But this is a crab apple tree, which is a fantastic pollinator, usually cross-pollinates with a variety of different apple trees. I'm not sure everything that we have yet, but I know this guy here was really cool looking. That's going to be an apple tree. And these are all ours. This whole row that goes down the entire property line here, which I'm going to walk you down, is all ours. I'm not sure what this is yet. I know it's a fruit tree. That's the little pear that Joe bought. And I'm not quite sure I can get this into frame, but this is the like 20+ foot tall pear tree. And I know the sun's there. Sorry, guys. Really impressive. Cannot wait. We don't know what happened to this guy. It got crushed somehow. It was before we bought it. It was like that. It has some life up there. It's hanging on. I'm not sure what this is either. I'm leaning towards peach, but not positive. This one looks identical to the first one that I said I wasn't sure what it was. But again, we're talking either apples, peaches. There might be a couple more crab apples in here. This one I'm pretty sure is a peach. And it's already got some sort of leaf curl going on, which is not good. And this guy is struggling, but it's still alive. We're really tempted to call an arborist and have somebody come take a look and see what we need to do. If we need to prune things back, if there's something we could give them as a supplement to get them to survive. This is an apple tree. By the way, this is our new fence. If you weren't already noticing the fence, which was never there before. And I'm not sure what this is. Also, I'm guessing another peach. Could be wrong. Similar leaf curl issue going on as well. We dealt with that at the old house, believe it or not. That's how we lost our peach tree, so don't know what they have. And then this is a little Granny Smith that we bought. Cute little guy. Got a nice little swoop to it. That huge tree there, that gigantic thing that we thought was dead is very much alive. And it is as big as the house. It's bigger than the house. It's a mulberry. And I know that they can be a real pain as far as making a mess in the yard goes, but I'm actually kind of excited about it. Don't know how long I'll be excited about it, but for now I am. It's a very temporary gate for now. Joe's actually going to build a real gate. But in the meantime, this keeps the big dogs in the yard. Alright. Yep, mulberry tree. It's huge. Absolutely huge. Got the birds out, at least some of them, so they can get a little bit of sun, fresh air, grass under their feet, and a dust bath. I'll show you guys that in a second. Can't look at that yet. All right, then we've got another apple tree hiding over here. This is a really good size one. We don't know what kinds of apples we have, but we have several that are at least of mature size. This one has 4 trunks coming out of it. It actually smells amazing, too. You can smell the flowers. As far as the other trees go, we've got some cool stuff. This is a maple tree that has wrapped itself around an oak. And I have not bothered to even Google the variety of maples that we have. The neighbor thinks that we have sugar maples, which would be awesome, but if not, that's okay too. This big guy over here has been hit by lightning before. This is a very large maple tree. Pretty gnarly. Awesome looking tree. And then we've got another gigantic maple right here. Beautiful tree. I just gotta look up what kind they are. We got some maples in the property line too. We do own a little bit of the woods here on the other side of the fence. All right, let's go check out the garden space. We haven't fixed the arbor all the way from that nasty windstorm that we had when the whole thing tipped over. Joe reinforced it though, so the front is supported by T-posts now, and we still have to anchor the back. We're going to anchor the back into the ground. And I don't have a gate yet. Oh, I wish my trellises were in. That would make this a little more impressive, at least give you an idea. So all these T-posts that are in here, what we're doing is we're going to use the T-posts and then the external fence panels, not just on this side, but also along the back and along this side. So that gives us north, east, and west. We're leaving the south exposed, but all of this is going to be arched cattle panel trellises. So going to be going through an archway when this is grown in about August, and this is going to be completely overhanging with pumpkin vines, melon vines, squash vines, and the fruit's going to be hanging down and supported if needed to be supported. And then this row here, again, another archway. The whole thing is going to be an archway. And this is going to be green beans. And same thing here, archway over, the whole way down. And this is going to be more green beans because we eat a ton of green beans. Last year we harvested something like 60 pounds, I think, total out of our little city lot just grown off of fences and such. So I hope that we can get more. I am so excited for this space. I am genuinely itching to start planting this, but it's too early. It's just too early.